Is CBS 4 News at 6.
Our families came here to seek refuge. They came here to seek security, and with this bill passing, it won't be that way anymore.
Supporters and opponents were up until the early morning hours debating portions of the Senate Bill 4, also known as the Anti-Sanctuary City Bill.
Today, the bill passed its third reading in the Texas House of Representatives. Senate Bill 4 now includes an amendment that allows law enforcement to ask people about their immigration status while they are detained, including during traffic stops.
CBS 4's Joel Flores joins us live in FAR with more on concerns of residents right here in the Valley now that the bill is moving forward. Joel.
Marcinetti, Texas representatives have reviewed several amendments to SB 4, including Amendment number 9, which allows peace officers to question you for your immigration status at the time of a traffic stop. Now, we have spoken to local law enforcement who say they are concerned about this Senate Bill 4.
The amendment will erode away public trust within the undocumented community. They will be victimized by criminals knowing that they will not report crime for fear of deportation. The victim of a crime is a victim of a crime regardless of legal status. Such an amendment will only empower criminals.
That was a text message sent to local state representatives by Hidalgo County Sheriff Eddie Guerra. The lead lawman for Hidalgo County has grown concerned because Senate Bill 4 would now allow law enforcement to inquire about a person's immigration status, even if they're not under arrest.
I don't think that you should govern all the other 253 counties and their police departments that do cooperate with our federal partners, just because of one area that was not cooperating.
The amendment, authored by Representative Matt Schaefer out of Tyler, will allow law enforcement to question those who are lawfully detained about immigration status. Sheriff Guerra says this will still be left up to the peace officer's discretion. Some residents we spoke with say the amendment was needed.
I think it's a good idea.
Why is that?
Security purposes. Because just because someone's driving a vehicle doesn't mean they're here legally, doesn't mean they're not carrying something they're not supposed to be.
I believe so. You know, everybody has the responsibility as a citizen to identify themselves. And if not, the police officer, taking care of our well-being and safety should be asking for it also.
Charlie Wilkerson of the Combined Law Enforcement Associations of Texas, also known as CLEAT, says Thursday's decision in the Texas House will bring consequences. He says questions about immigration status should not be asked to those who are not under arrest.
They want the police officers to protect their homes, their families, their businesses, and their communities, and that's what police officers do. But now this adds a layer that puts the police officer as the arbiter in a political argument between a wing of the Republican Party and the argument of the doctrine of local control.
Sheriff Guerra sends this message to the public.
If you're here in this country and you might not have the proper documentation, as far as any law enforcement here in Hidalgo County, we're going to treat you with the respect, and we're going to give you the service that is required of us to give to you, and you should not be afraid of law enforcement.
Sheriff Guerra added that after each session, his deputies are required to take a legislative update class as training, and also mentioned that, as always, they will continue to work closely with their federal partners right here in the Valley. In FAR, I'm Joel Flores, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.
Other Republican-controlled states have embraced similar policies, but Texas would be the first where police chiefs and sheriffs could potentially be jailed. Now, meanwhile, the Trump administration's efforts to block sanctuary cities nationally have been blocked by a federal judge in California this week.